Thanks for... Joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now here's Halliburton. And Grant, one thing we know about these teams, they can both go deep into their bench. That's a luxury.
Yeah, a luxury indeed. And they don't have to worry as much about foul trouble or guys getting worn down. Credit to both front offices for building such a complete roster.
Here's Edwards, continuing to put up the points, averaging 14 per game. McDaniels from long range. Now Halliburton. Let's go with a three. And that's good. Andrew Nembhard for three.
Well, Andrew Nembhard steps into that in good rhythm. Nice catch and shoot opportunity.
Here's Edwards. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
And Bosch gets it to go.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
And last season, the Pacers started the playoffs with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
Here's Bosch. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Randle, good.
Credit Julius Randle. Off-season preparation trying to build the three-point range.
To the paint. Here's Kamara. And he slams it in one-handed.
Nice basic one-hander there.
Hey, I think he got some extra bounce off the ground on that one. Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. Takes a three. And it's Andrew Nembhard with a three. Nembhard's got 6 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said, he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you.
Has him bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Timberwolves on D. Trailing by 5. Pass to Bosch. All alone. And it's Indiana scoring again.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
One of the things you love about Tyrese Halliburton, his clutch game.
You need your best players to be fearless in those moments and to play with a verve and a confidence that permeates the entire roster. And you've got to be a shot maker. Tyrese Halliburton is all of those things.
Now here's Reed, averaging around 5 points a game. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Halliburton buries it down low.
When Halliburton gets this close to the cup, he's got that little teardrop. Very tough to stop it.
Pass to McDaniels. Now here's Edwards. Now Reed. The kick out to Edwards. The three is up. Rebounded by Kamara.
Listen, things aren't going his way right now, but listen, you just keep going. Keep working at it.
Halliburton with the ball. Now guarded by McDaniels. No coverage that time. Kamara's got 5.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
And stolen by Hardaway. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Ooh, they pick off the pass. With 1 on the clock. And then Siakam with the jam.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
And so it's
21.
We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Shot clock at 6. Reed, good.
Well, this is the value of Naz Reid, a center who can shoot it with great consistency from range.
And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship, Doris.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The Pacers making a switch here. And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Pass to Walker. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, between his skills, his motor, and his physical ability, Walker came into the league more ready for the NBA than most first-year guys.
He hits the second from the line. And for head coach Rick Carlisle, this is the 3rd stint with the Indiana Pacers.
He begins as an assistant coach with them back in 1997, leaves the organization, but returns as the head coach in 2003, leaves after 2007, and then back in 2021, and now, of course, the winningest coach in franchise history. Man, Naz Reid not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
Here's Jackson. The floater, and he lays it in. Jackson's gotten his first basket of the night.
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
And that one drops.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Inside. Here's Ingles. Outside Conley. Melton outside. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Conley looking for an opening. High post Reed. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Yeah, Naz Reid aware that ball hits my hands, I've got to be ready to rise and fire.
Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Pass to Ingles. Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Conley. A minute 58 left in the first half. Back to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Yeah, Naz Reid has a power aspect to his game. Size, strength, the ability to score through contact.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Something everybody likes about Naz Reid is his energy. It's infectious.
This is why the fans love him. And what I admire most about Naz, yes, he's been effective off the bench. He's been able to fit into any lineup. Every year the coaching staff comes in and says, I'm not sure where he fits, and Naz finds a way to carve out a role. Big jelly in the house.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Brian, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Toppin. Back to Walker. Here's Bosch. Over Reed. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Walker on the double team. It's Edwards on the wing. There's the triple. Edwards hits from beyond the arc.
Now we're starting to see him deliver on offense. He's really found his tempo here in the second quarter.
Stolen by Melton. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Edwards with it. 9 points in the game. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, defense has no answer for Anthony Edwards' athleticism. What a dunk.
Here's Matherin. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Just 3 on the clock. And it's laid in by Randall. Randall's got 5 now. Naz Reid has been on display for Minnesota. And that quarter was all about him, leading the comeback charge. Now they're up in this one. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
And that was good. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Siakam for 3. Drills it from deep. And the Pacers lead by 1.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Now here's Hardaway. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Inside, Halliburton gets it to fall.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
Back to Hardaway. Pass to Gobert. And it's Gobert in the comfort zone.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Halliburton on the attack. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly. And Gobert with a block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Gobert no good. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Nembhard, good.
They're on fire right now, shooting 80% to start the second half.
Hardaway. Nice D from Nembhard.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And few players are more valuable to their teams than Tyrese Halliburton, Graham.
Yeah, he leads the way for them, B.A. An efficient scorer, elite playmaking, and disruptive defensively. And, of course, he makes clutch plays at both ends.
5 on the clock. Pass to Huff. Over McDaniels. Offensive rebound.
That play was about great positioning for Tyrese Halliburton, able to get to the glass and send it in.
Here's Hardaway. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. First free throw is good. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the 2nd NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
From outside the arc, Huff, good. Huff's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Pass to Ingles. Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist.
I'll tell you have to have some measure of composure close to the bucket. Mr. Ingles doing work.
Halliburton looking for an opening. Outside Matherin. Another 3 for Indiana.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Both teams will make substitutions. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Halliburton outside. Halliburton scores with the floater. 30 seconds left in the third. Edwards looking for an opening. Pass to Reed to the right side. For 3, Randall. No good on the shot. Halliburton outside. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. Indiana 53. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Indiana leading by 9. Jackson outside. Off with the layup. And here's Minnesota now. Outside read, and Jarris Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Edwards, no good.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And the Pacers lead by 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards off that drive. Look out.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Halliburton outside. To the middle. Here's Bosch. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Pass to Randall. And here's Reed. Outside McDaniels. Hardaway from outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That's a smart pass from Jaden McDaniels. Just finds a teammate operating with a little space.
Nembhard outside. To the inside. Here's Bosch. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Edwards fires. Siakam there for the rebound.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards. And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Cash it in.
Boy, you love to see McDaniels set up a teammate and make the game easy.
Indiana leading by 7. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Ooh, look at Halliburton using his length.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last. I'd say an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
Halliburton drives. Outside Kamara. Oh, that's a man on a mission right there.
Boy, you love the efficiency with which he's going at things tonight. This is what we've come to expect from him.
McDaniels outside. Here's Randall. McDaniels outside. Shoots a 3. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Boy, remarkable how efficient he's been scoring the ball. He feels good right now.
Now Halliburton. Clock at 6. Both hands there for a little extra.
Boy, the passing of Tyrese Halliburton. You've got to love to play with this guy.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Here's Edwards cutting inside. Another chance. Oh, no good on the layup.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Halliburton goes.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Pacers.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Tyrese Halliburton.
This guy's vision was on point all night. He kept everyone involved.
Edwards! Oh, and just miss after miss right now. And so Indiana takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.